Well, hello everyone, I'm Yeti from BU4U Gaming, and today we are back in Mercury Fallen, and I've just kind of been having the game running for a while here. I made a few more crop fields so we can plant some more potatoes. I made one of these into some potatoes. I think this one is growing potatoes right now. And then kind of been harvesting them out in the wild to see if we can start building up a supply and catch up with all the new people we had, because we kind of pretty much fell behind, like really badly. But we do have 130 raw potatoes now. We're slowly building up some cooked potatoes. We'll see once they sit down to eat how bad it's gonna be, but it does look like we are finally accumulating a little bit again here. But we are gonna see. Yeah, it's dinner time, I think. So what time is it? Well, they eat at 11 p.m. Okay. Well, they don't all, but it does seem like sometimes a lot of them eat at the same time and then it really goes down. But now we're finally building up supplies, so maybe we can send an expedition out soon. And let's see how we are going with vehicles. There we go. We are constructing a rover now, which we can use to send off on an expedition, and then we can also, then the next thing we're gonna make is a doge, I guess they're called. And let's see, there's nothing more in here I can actually unlock, and right now it is a little wonky with, for instance, you getting the fish trap, which will actually let you catch the twin fin fish, the blue twin fin, that's what it's called. Which will give you the discovery, but you can't actually research it. It will let you grow or build the aquarium, but we can't actually research this until we do expeditions, because we are gonna need some biosamples. The same for the algae farm. We can build it, but we can't actually research the green algae, even though we do have some green algae we got from the fish trap. But we need to do some expeditions for biosamples before we can actually research the algae, which I think we can't really do much in any of these yet. I was thinking about starting or spending a little time trying to build the biolab, at least then we have the machines. But from what I understand, we can't really do much with this yet. But all of that is going to be adjusted. Tim is looking into figuring out how to adjust, for instance, the research tree, make it a little bit more understandable, and then maybe change some of the unlocks a little bit, because after adding things like the fish trap, it kind of doesn't fully make sense. But anyway, let's see. We are, oh, look at that, we have 30 cooked potatoes, but I don't really want to use a lot of this for expeditions until I'm sure that everybody here is getting fed. But we haven't lost anyone, guys, and we do have room to get let's see who needs. Oh, no, we don't have any equipment. I guess we don't have the resources for it. But we are struggling a little bit, even though we have the depth miner going around mining, but we shouldn't go too crazy into building stuff. Oh, look at that. Now we're down to 18 cooked potatoes, but at least before the last round when they were eating, we were actually down to 0, and they started eating the raw food. And we do need to have an overflow of cooked food to be able to go on expeditions, right? That's what we found out last time. So I was thinking about putting in the biolab over here. We could also put it over here, but I feel like things start moving too far in that direction. So I'm kind of thinking that I want a path going around here. Here we go. We're gonna see what kind of resources things take, but so I don't want to build too much, because I don't want to use the resources for that. So it's mainly going to be things like structure resin, because we have a lot of that. Look at that. Look at all the mineral compound we have. We have plenty of azurite now, actually. Look at all the copper we can make. Let's see. Is it because I've set these too low? Yeah. Now that we have more iron, okay, we're gonna leave that, but that's because it's gonna be made into steel at the moment. So we're kind of using up the hematite, but for the copper we could actually increase this a bit, so we have a little bit more of them sitting around. There we go. I think my engineers are kind of keeping up at the moment. We are struggling a little bit with hemp. Are we really using that much? Let's see. I only have one cloth, 0 bioplastic. Why am I struggling? What have I been doing? Well, okay, we have been making the flooring in here. That, of course, takes bioplastic for each of them. I think, yeah, we needed like 150 bioplastic for something. Oh, look at that. There we go. Now we have a rover. So let's get started on making a doge. We also need a resource transport for when we get, but that's more for when we get a miner going, right? So yeah, let's make one of these. We have everything apart from this steel. So construct you and just kind of let that going. I know things are not really going according to plan at the moment, but it's kind of interesting how it is so different from my last playthrough. Look at that, we have 35 cooked potatoes now. I am kind of tempted. Should we try and see? Let's see if we can. Let's just pause for a second here. Because we do have, look at that, we have 125 potatoes, we have arrowhead fungus, we do have some K-worm, and we do have, they do eat the fish raw, because I noticed this going down and we can't actually cook anything with it yet, so they seem to eat it. The K-worm is used for fish food, actually. We could start making some of that. Yeah, fish flakes, so maybe, so we have some of it lying around for later once we get some fish going, right? Okay, so we can use the raw blue twin fin for it. I don't really think we want to do that. So do we need to use two things? I'm thinking maybe use these and these. So I guess we need 2 and 2 and craft if below. I have no idea how many we need of these, but let's just make some of them. Let's say we're gonna make sure we always have 10 of them for now. Kind of sitting around in storage, and then we are gonna go up here and we're gonna set up an expedition, right? And we're gonna send them out in the rover. And I think I'm just gonna send one person right now, because I just want to go out to the who was it I wanted to send out? I think it was Jen. Let's see, and I don't know how many days worth of food we're gonna need, but let's say if we say 15, that's 3.3 days. Okay, what if we try and go for 4 days? It's 19. And yeah, just one person, because we don't have that much food and we're gonna need more food if we send more people, right? And he's not particularly talented in anything, so there we go, waiting for supplies. But I kind of want to check this, and if I remember correctly, we don't really need skills for at least this one or this one. We do need for some of the other point of interests. We're gonna need to make sure we have like engineers or miners or something like that on expeditions. But right now I really just want to see if we can discover, or we can get some biosamples or something, so we can get some more of this bio stuff going, right? So there we go. Let's unpause actually, otherwise we're not gonna get any supplies, but they should start bringing some stuff over here. There we go. Yep, nice. And then we had, oh right, I already checked that. There we go. There was actually an anthracite mine here. Let's open you. Okay, we got a little bit of hemp and bioplastic. Let's see if there's anything else out here. Little quick look around. We could find a box with some stuff, that would be nice. And I have kind of queued up pretty much everything here for the depth miner, so we can get some stuff. There we go. Let's get this one as well. Oh, nice. We got a few things. So some tech and stuff, which is really something we needed. Felt like I saw another box somewhere, but well, it doesn't matter that much right now. Oh, we're good. Okay, so let's, wrong one. Let's go here and ready to go. So let's click on you, and then we have docket facility. That's when you want to return it, right? Then we can move to target, and then we have like investigate. So we have these options, but right now I want to move to target. So I want to, actually I think I want to go out this way. So we still can't really see anywhere. Can we see like the move speed or anything? Anywhere? No. Okay, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on this. Still have 18 potatoes, so it looks like we're fine. And then we are gonna say investigate. Among the various small bushes and scraggly plants, the team discovers an interesting specimen, a strange plant in a deep purple hue with a hard outer shell that appears to be a type of grass. Cracking open the outer shell reveals grain seeds that could be cultivated. Further study will be required, but we may be able to farm this plant in the facility. Very nice. So we got some wheat thorn seeds. We got some 10 biosamples, that's the beginning. And we got some wheat thorn. Okay, cool. So we got a little bit of stuff from that, and we seem to be doing okay on food right now. So I'm kind of thinking, let's try and see if we can get over here. And we can eat the wheat thorn, so that is good. And one of the advantages in having, and we discovered another biome over here. One of the advantages in having a rover, of course, is that we can carry more. So there we go. Now let's try and investigate this one. A field of grass spreads for miles in all directions. The team discovers a large fruit-bearing plant hiding amid the grass. A tangle of tendrils extends up from the base with what look like orange bananas attached to each end. A team member grabs one of the fruits, holds it to their ear, and pretends to make a phone call. On a more serious note, the plant could be grown in the facility with further study. Okay, so we got some tangle fruit seeds. We got tangle fruit, and we got 15 biosamples. Okay, so it's not quite enough yet, but as soon as we get someone to, or our comm officer is gonna do some more scanning, then more of these PYs are gonna pop up here. And right now it's just random, but it is based on the biome, what type of biome this is. Depending on the biome, you're going to be able to get a certain type of POI, which is why you are going to want to discover all the different types of biomes and get them covered with scanning stations eventually, so that we can find all the different POIs that we need to make certain discoveries, right? But all of this is probably going to be changed in update 25. I, for one, would have liked to see that POI stayed, because you can see now they disappear, and that means eventually a different type of POI can drop or appear in this tile here, which I don't really like. I would like to see that, you know, the entire map, when you generate it the first time, then you get a randomly get POIs everywhere, and of course you have to go and discover them. But once you have found that POI, it would be really, really nice if you could that it just stayed there, and you could kind of clear it and say, okay, now I have cleared this. And also if you fail at finding whatever is there, because sometimes if you don't have someone who is skilled enough, then you will kind of fail at getting what is there, and it will disappear. So it's, if I remember correctly at least, there we go. The comm station has detected an unknown point of interest. We should send out an expedition team to investigate, and then we can choose to ignore it. We could try to do this just for the fun of it. I don't think we can do much here, but we might risk this guy getting hurt. You know what? I think before we do that, we're gonna go down here. And then we are... Oh, it's not actually water, this. It's a biome. Haha, I was thinking of it as water. So I was kind of surprised we could move over here, but it's actually just a biome. Nice. Okay, so let's do this first. While taking water samples, a member of the team notices a small blue fish. Without thinking, they dive headfirst into the water, manage to grab the fish and toss it to the shore. Further study will need to be done, but with the proper equipment, we should be able to farm this fish as a food source. Okay, we got 20 biosamples. So we have 45 in total, I think. And then we got a blue twin fin eggs. These. Well, we have some eggs as well. I just thought they had a different type of icon, the ones we have found. So let's take you. And of course, you have to remember here that if we go back, let's just pause for a second because time is actually passing. If we go back to the underground and leave our rover sitting here, then that's something to really remember. I lost someone in my previous playthrough on this because I got distracted. Like I tapped our, let's say, escape. I went back here to sort out some stuff underground, and I forgot to bring my rover with my expedition back to the base first, and that means they ran out of potatoes, right, or cooked food, and then they ended up starving out on the expedition. So it's really a good idea to not get too distracted doing something else, because you might just end up losing your expedition that way. Here we go. So let's do this. The expedition party has arrived at the entrance to a cave. The expedition party enters the cold, wet darkness of the cave. There is a steep drop a short way in, but the gleam from the wrist lights glints off an object at the bottom. Okay, send someone down to check it out. So we can choose to do this. The object can't be made out clearly. Who should be sent down to investigate? And here we can see that we can send him down. If you have more people, they will have different success chances out here. And of course, I don't want to send him because I might lose him. It's 35%. So he gets 25% from health, 5% from stress, and 5% from athletics. So I think the 5% from stress is because his stress levels are low, so you get a little extra there to success. But you might, if you have, for instance, a miner or something, someone with certain skills might increase the success chance, right? So right now I don't want to send him down because I want to have at least a 50% chance. So we're not going to send a new one. We're just going to say sounds too risky and leave. There we go. And then we're going to have to see if this is going to stick around as POI or not. I seem to recall some of them kind of disappearing. But for right now, I think we're just going to send him home. So we didn't use that many potatoes. That's good. We did get some seeds. We got some biosamples and stuff. But for right now, we are just going to dock at the facility and let our comms officer kind of get some more stuff going here, right? So there we go. And then let's take a look in here. And yeah, we need just 5 more, then we can get something going. I probably want to get the aquarium. But on the other hand, the algae farm would be really handy, because maybe we can do some fertilizer stuff. Let's see. There's the fertilizer station. Yeah, okay, so let's work a little bit on the... Oh, we made some discoveries as well. So we got triangle fruit, a sweet fruit that looks a bit like an orange banana, sweet thorn, a strange pointy green plant that can be processed to make flour. Very nice. And we have found the fish and cave worm. So we're good on that. And yeah, we don't have anything new we can do here. We just have to wait for our comms officer to find... Oh, there's another one, but I really want the bio ones. I hope we can get some bio ones. Otherwise, we're kind of in trouble. Because we're gonna... Well, we can ignore the POIs, of course. I think we can get them to go away that way. So let's just head up here and start thinking about this biolab I was talking about. I think we're gonna make a little bit of a funny shaped one here. So we're gonna bring you out a bit like this. Let's mine you. Mine. Ooh, that should be okay. We have some stuff over here, so hopefully the supports are fine. Let's remove this as well. And kind of bring it around this way, I think. And then, you know, we come out this little hallway and into the biolab. I think that would be an idea. And then, what do we have to want in here? We're gonna have to need the aquarium. Need bioplastic for that. Algae farm, it's a bioplastic. Why are we struggling so much with that? I don't get it. We have lots of hemp. I think it's because they're so low level. You can see how much they're failing. So I really need to just let them work a lot, the botanists, so they can get better skills. Because every time they're failing, it costs us resources, right? There we go. We have a little bit of bioplastic now. But I'm kind of curious how much we can actually do currently, even though we don't have We're gonna need this. Yeah. As I'm kind of thinking we actually need this over here, right? Because I think we're gonna need it for the fertilizer. So I'm wondering if I want 2 biolabs. I might actually want a biolab down here. So we have food, and then we have our crops growing over here. But we could also just bring it all the story or everything down here. That could be a thing. You know what? We're just gonna build it over here. So we need an algae farm that is this size. We might want more eventually, but let's just try and get one built. So we're gonna put you here because I'm kind of curious what we can actually do in these. Currently, since we haven't gotten the I don't think we can do anything because we haven't gotten the actual like thing we need for the discovery yet. Let's just bring you to here. Gonna need some water there, and then we probably need some power as well. So let's just bring you over here, and we just need someone to build it. And there we go. Let's see. Didn't get any bio ones, so I think we're gonna have to send someone and maybe ignore them or something for right now, because I don't feel like I have that many. Well, you have 10 in engineering. You could be an option. Do I have a good miner somewhere? Because miners are often, if I remember correctly, are one of the skills we want. That could be, well, we could send a worker bot. Right. But generally I just want them to level up. But the reason their skills are so low generally is, of course, some of them are kind of new. They're clones, so we haven't had them for that very long. But they also, most of them started with really, or pretty much all of them started with really low smarts, which means they level up really slowly, right? There we go. Now we have some stuff here. So, close. Let's give you some shoes. And let's give... I like to have that in the middle. There we go. Give them some more equipment. And let's see. Yeah, see, we can't actually do anything because we haven't researched it. Okay, so what else do we have we can build? There's a fertilizer station, which I think might be where we want. That's where we need the algae. That might be where we need the algae. So I'm kind of thinking it might be handy to have that over here. Maybe I want to leave a little room so it's not too cramped. And then we can put some storages on the side. So let's see. Road there. I think it was around there I wanted it. Right, so... Oh, no, I want you one more back. One more back. Just trying to preserve resources a little bit here. Okay, so we're gonna put you here. And then we can have some storages for, like, algae and stuff, right? So you... Gonna have a door, and then we're gonna have this going around like so. There's just our little algae area stuff going on here. Gonna put a door in right there. And let's see, what does the bio... Yeah, it takes bioplastic. That's why I haven't done too much. Then we're gonna put... Let's put a storage there. Let's put... Maybe I'll put a bigger one. Don't really have to put the flooring right now, but I kind of like it. So there we go. And new around like this. There we go. So now we have this little area getting built. Because the fertilizer station is new to this update, so I have no idea exactly how all of this works. Let's just take a look at it. We need power and stuff. Refined organic. Okay, so we can make plant nutrients, which is gonna require... oh, come on. is gonna require algae and bio-waste. And bio-waste you get from the aquarium, so we need to have fish, right? And algae we need from this, so we can't really do much of anything yet. We need to get about 100 of these biosamples. So let's see, we need water for you. So let's just bring that over here. And then we need some power as well. So let's bring you around under there so we can put some lighting at the door if we want. Okay. So while you are doing that, then let's take a look at this. Should we send someone? It's actually, how is my stuff going? Ooh, looks like we have one. Okay, I think we're gonna send out another expedition next time because we're kind of running out of time, but we can get this started. So for one, the Doge, if we want to add equipment, we have to do it while they're here. So improved engine vehicle equipment, movement speed plus 50, that could be handy, but I'm also thinking that might be good for the rover. Because the Doge is just kind of, we can set that on auto to go and explore things. But for the rover, we would like to move faster so we use less food, right? Then we have improved scanner, vehicle equipment scan time. That would probably be good. So let's put that in here. And then I'm actually thinking but on the other hand, we're going to send the Doge out now. So let's just send you so you can move faster, right? There we go. Then we just need them to equip it. Need the other one, waiting for install. And in the meantime, they're going to make some new ones that we can use for the rover, hopefully, depending on the resources we need. Okay, so let's take you. We are gonna... Do we need anything else for you? No. And vacuum. So now we have little you somewhere here. And let's see, we can move it, of course. So I can move it somewhere. Like this. And now we can see the tile we are on, right? So here right now it says unknown biome scanning required. So you can dock at the facility because we are right next to the facility. You have to be on these tiles to be able to dock at whichever one you want. Actually, we need this to be over here so we can dock at this one. Then we can scan, which I just clicked now. So you can see the power is going down. The Doge gets power during the day. It's gonna get nighttime, so right now we're not charging the battery. So if you run out of power, just leave it, and when it's daytime, then the sun is gonna charge it. So we don't have to worry so much about that. But we have chaparral. Haha, so 15 degrees Celsius, 37% water, 1,848 meters above sea level, I guess. And we've got anthracite and mineral compound. Very nice. So this could be a place where we could set up mining, for instance, and then we should have a good chance of getting anthracite from here, it looks like. Then we can auto explore, or we can convert to a radar tower. So I think this one we're just gonna set it to auto explore, which means see it's gonna drive around on its own, and it is gonna, you can see it's scanning, so it's gonna discover a whole bunch of biomes on its own. And then it'll just kind of go through the entire map. You can see we got grassland here, and this has been improved on a few times, so now it will try and go to the nearest undiscovered biome that is the closest to the facility. So because before it had a tendency to kind of, it would wander all the way down to the corner and then run around down here, and then you had all of this that was undiscovered. But right now it seems to work better. So it should kind of focus on the area here and then, you know, go out further. So it's just gonna run around like that, and then eventually we're gonna make another one. I think we're gonna queue one up, construct vehicle, and then we can use that one to set up a radar tower somewhere, because they only have a limited range, which is around this size. I think it's like from here it's like 2 tiles out or something, or maybe 3, so it's something like this. And then you would want to set it up somewhere where you don't have these, or where you have different biomes than we have here, for instance. We would like to cover these, for instance. because we might get different types of biomes, if that makes sense. But anyway, now we are building a doge that we can use for that. We might get into that next time. And then we are going to set up an expedition to head out and see if we can at least clear some of these, so we can hopefully get some more bio-related stuff, so we can get into all of this biolab halloi. Well, biolab stuff. Halloi is a Danish word. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, we are a little bit limited. Things are a little odd in this playthrough, but yep. Okay, so thank you for watching, and as always, do take care and happy gaming.